if we move into some of your later years now, and you move on from Madrid, like you talked about the buyback with Liverpool, but you ended up going to Newcastle in these straps. Like, what was that situation like? Like, did you want to go back to the Red Liverpool? Like, how did this come about?
So I did a year at Real Madrid, and I obviously wanted to go back to Liverpool. Graham Souness was the manager, and he kept phoning me every couple of weeks while I was at Madrid. I was like, I've only been here a month, and the Newcastle manager's phone saying, whenever you can come back, come here. And I had great respect for Graham Souness. So in hindsight, if I just said, Graham, got massive respect for you, but I don't think I'll ever, come, I want to go back to Liverpool, it might have. Because I was polite and had so much respect for him, I didn't ever want to cut him off. So I was like, no, sounds good. I'll decide, if it ever comes to that, I'll decide. And I was just sort of almost too nice and too respectful. Because then when it came to it, when I was leaving Real Madrid, spoke to Liverpool, they wanted to buy me back. They put in a bid of 10 million. So they'd sold me for 8, they put in a bid for 10. And I thought, I'm there, I'm gonna go, go home. The president knocks on my door in my hotel room before pre-season game and says, listen, we've had a bid from an English team. How are you feeling? We've loved having you here. You're absolutely welcome to stay, but if you want to go home, it's your call. And I said, no, I'd prefer to go back now. I've had a great experience, but I prefer to go back, thinking it's Liverpool.
Yeah, for sure.
And he said, okay, well, it's Newcastle. And I was like, what? I was told, obviously, on the QT by Liverpool that they were going to put in a bid, so I just assumed it was them. So I was like, oh, no, I'll go back to Liverpool, but no, I'm not going anywhere else, Liverpool. And he goes, well, Newcastle have bid £16 million. If Liverpool do that, then you can go there. But if not, then you either stay here or you go to Newcastle. And I'm like, okay, I'll stay here. There's no problem. Obviously, putting on a poker face. Spoke to Liverpool again. I said, if you just go to 12 million, I'll play poker. I'll hold my nerve, and I'll force them into a corner to either keep me or go. But Liverpool said we can only go to 10.
Wow.
So then I had a big decision to make. We'd just signed Robinho. We already had Ronaldo, Raul, Morientes. We had a World Cup coming at the end of the year. I was thinking I need to play all the time. I spoke to Newcastle, and Newcastle agreed that if I sign for them, I can do 1 year, and then they'll sell me to Liverpool for 12 million, an agreed fee. Okay. And then if I do another year, then they'll sell me to Liverpool for 8 million, and another year for 4. So every year it would be more attractive for Liverpool to buy me back.
Buy you back, yeah.
So that's the agreement.
You always
I had.
wanted to go back to Liverpool.
Every time. And the mad thing is that I was going to be hopefully going back for 12, did my knee. So then at every junction, then Liverpool bought Torres and Suarez, and it just never ever happened.
Never
but
came
at
back,
end of every year, I obviously tried to
go back. It's mad.
But that's not to say, and I've got to make it clear that that's not to say I didn't have any love or anything.
Yeah, you did, because
this could have been a green shirt, a blue shirt,
yeah.
anything. It's just, when you've got a love for a team,
that's all you can
no
do.
one can blame me for that. I mean, Alan Shearer would have done the same for Newcastle, and he refused. So, I mean, I had a great time. I had lots of people say, otherwise. I loved my time. 4 years up there, lived up there, despite what people think.
Massive
had a great time.
city as
Lovely.
well,
Yeah, it was brilliant. But I just wanted to play for Liverpool. That's, so that was the only problem.